welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. We already have some glare going on, so let me just do this. In today's episode, visit, whatever you want to call it, we're still working with Collection Obsession, and remember this month, I'm just working on my December album. I'm going to share with you some of the tools that I'm using to make this process so much easier. The first thing I'm going to share with you is this punch. Janet gave me this, and I didn't even know this was on the market. I had no clue. And Janet is so good about knowing what is current and trending. I did not know about this, but I used this to create my tag. And I'll show you those tags in a little bit, but this is so stinking handy. A multi-hole punch. A few years ago, I saw Vicky just go nuts about this, and when it went on sale at Joann for half price, I grabbed it. It has been one of the better tool investments that I have made. It just makes, when you're needing to do a single hole punch, it just makes it so simple. I had shared this with you quite a while back. This is one of those cheap paper hole punches that you can get at Walmart. It did have 3, and I removed one of them, and then I set these 2 permanently so that they would fit the Simple Stories Echo Park mini albums, because they are 2 holes. I mean, the binding system is 2. So I set it, and then I marked it. This is forever and ever, amen, going to be for those albums. And when I'm doing pages, several pages at a time, this just makes it so simple and easy, and I don't have to think about it. Now, these are tweezers. When I'm doing small things and I need to hold on to them and I'm gluing them, this has been a lifesaver. I learned about the My Sweet Petunia glue system when I was on Vicky Booten's cruise. A couple of the ladies on there had this. I can't speak enough goodness about it. This just makes gluing in really small areas super easy. Super easy, and it's controlled. You're not getting glue everywhere. I love this. It has been a great purchase. And then, of course, the tweezers just helps you, because I have fat fingers, and then the tweezers just help you place things easily. Oh yeah, we want to talk about these. Let me take them out of the wrapping, and that'll help from the glare. So these are from Elizabeth Craft Designs. These are hole reinforcers. They are on sale right now. This is Black Friday that I'm recording this, but they are on sale. If you're able to grab some, grab some. This is just a great investment. I love how they just dress up your hole reinforcers. Okay, now I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm working on today for my album. The first thing that I did is put hole reinforcers. Now, I've told y'all before, I buy these in bulk. I use them all the time. And I placed hole reinforcers on this. Now, when I'm using just regular cardstock or paper to create a page in a mini album, I use hole reinforcers because over time, they're going to tear. Now, I also told you in a previous video that I was going to make these leftover pouches into part of my album. So I needed to add a strip of paper so that I could put holes and create an album flip with it. I've done that. And I used those hole reinforcers. Now these have stitched edges. I don't know that you can see that. And these dies from Elizabeth Craft, they're made for a planner. So the holes are not quite big enough for these. So I had to go back with this and just make the hole. I centered the hole that was in the die and just made them just a tiny bit bigger so that they fit easily in my album. And I had 2 of these pouches left over. I'm going to use both of them. Now this first one, I still want to decorate the front, but the interior, I've already done some journaling. I had on the scrap piece, when I was thinking about my album, thinking about what I want to record this year, I had just jotted down some words that are significant to me about what's special about this season. And that's going to be one of my journaling spots. My journaling, it's already happened. I've already done it. So I just need to decorate the front and the back of this pouch. So I love this. I love the tag. And this tag is what I used this on to make these edges. Isn't that fantastic? I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's what I have done in my album so far. What I'm currently working on is a cluster to go on my front. Now, in the instructions that we've received, not organized, and I'm sorry about that. I should have already had this out and ready for you. Let me see if I can lay hands on it real quick. I've got a pile of mess over here because I'm strolling things around trying to find what I want to work and to play with, and I'm having fun. I am having a blast. Here we go. So this is the cover of the album, and it's pretty. I love it. I would love to have found that ribbon. I couldn't find it. I don't know that I'm going to still keep looking for it because I bought a lot of trim. Remember, I have all of this trim. I do not need to buy anything else. I can make do. So anyway, I like this, but I had another idea. So this is what I started working with. And I love it. I'm going to adhere my little thread clusters, thread wads, whatever you want to call it. So this straw, I found a pack of these paper straws at Joann. And I thought, because they're so tiny, they don't have a big barrel. I thought this would be perfect in a cluster. So I don't know if you remember when Janet was making those border strips and, you know, they were decorated. That's what I was thinking of. And I thought this would make a fabulous Christmas border. And then I started creating this cluster. So this right now can be pulled out. I will adhere it later, but I wanted to show you the stitching. I swapped out my bobbin, and I had to make my bobbin. I had to thread a bobbin with the gold thread, and I did it all by myself. I didn't have to call my sister or anything. So I needed this ribbon to stay straight, and once I tied this ribbon around this ribbon, it didn't stay straight, so I stitched it down to a scrap piece of gold cardstock, layered it on a doily that I folded in half, and stitched it. So that was my first idea for the cluster. And then, of course, the straw was going to feature as well. I started thinking, okay. Then I started channeling a little bit of of Katie Petite. Okay, how does she make clusters? And I thought, okay, I need something square-ish to go behind it, maybe. I love this text, and I love how subtle that looks. And then I thought, well, I need a frame. So I pulled out these frames. They're Echo Park from Jingle All the Way. And I first tried this one, and maybe if I had gone this direction with it, I just now realized I could have gone this direction with it. I don't know about that. But anyway, I decided against that frame, and I chose this frame. And I think I'm going to do something like this. So I want that text behind it. I want it to be framed. I want it to be something like that. And then I thought, well, I need something really tall and linear. And this paper is double-sided. It has the music on one side and it has this gorgeous plaid on this side. And if you did this and you wanted a lot of contrast, it works. Now, it is just fine. Perfect. I didn't want the contrast. I wanted to maintain that subtle theme of playing in the tones of tans and gold, and this is what I've come up with. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. Now, all of this has got to be adhered down, and I will have to use very, very, very strong glue, but I'm really, really happy with this. Okay, that is enough talking and chatting. I just wanted to share with you what I'm playing with so far, and friends, I am truly playing. I love this process. I love taking the time to slow down and create. It helps me have the joy and the light and the magic of this season to just enjoy a little bit of downtime playing. I hope you've enjoyed this, and maybe if it's inspired you a little bit, come back. We will chat again soon. Bye-bye.